As a people, you like to sit there and say how you have singular consciousness. You know damn well you're not. If you were singular consciousness, you would not be killing each other. And you know that. You're stupid. You want to sit there and try and play that game with somebody? Play it with somebody who's stupid, like you. Why are you sitting there telling me about Donald Trump? Any of you. Seriously. If anybody has half a brain and they know that that man is an ignoramus, they don't need you to tell them how stupid he is. So who the hell are you talking to? Because you ain't talking to me. And obviously you ain't talking to yourself. But you are talking to somebody who actually is as stupid as him, and at the same time you think you're going to get through to them. Which shows that you are really not as intelligent as you think, because stupid people already know you don't talk to stupid people, which they say about you. They say you're stupid. But at the same time, you're still running your mouth. Instead of getting out there and mobilizing votes and voting him out. If I have to look at one more comic or a politician tell me about how stupid that man is, and tell about you have to get out and vote, give me something to vote for. Because right now, you ain't talking about shit. You just as stupid as him. I mean, I'm still waiting for y'all to say something that actually makes some sense. They want to know how you're going to fix this country. They want to know how you are going to take care of them so that they're not going hungry. They want to know who you're going to speak to that is the vast majority that's going to get your ass in office, and you can't do that. Why? Because you're too busy having a vendetta against somebody who bested you in the last election because you thought he didn't have that kind of clout. What ignorant? Why the hell do you think people are out there doing all kind of shit that ain't got nothing to do with God, much less His Christ? And you say that you are. How long did it take you to raise billions of dollars to start to reconstruct Notre Dame? But at the same time, you cannot provide health care in this country, much less anywhere else, where people are sitting there still going through it. I told you, see, you're not making any sense. What you're doing is you're actually digging your own grave. And if you sit there and say, well, you know, it's just the rich people, we got to take the money from them. Good luck with that. Rich people like pretty things because that's why they hire people to go out there and steal them. Because why do you think that shit ends up in places that it did not necessarily belong? And the only value put on it is what they put on it. They didn't put no value on you. They put value on that. But yet they're supposed to know God and His Christ. And you're supposed to know the same thing. What did Christ tell you? Whose image is on this money? It was Caesar's. On the American dollar bill, it's dead presidents. Nobody living. They're all dead. Your founding fathers, the ones that you think are so great, they ain't great. They're idiots. Just like you. You celebrate all the wrong things and give rise to nothing of worth. And then at the same time, you want to sit there and tell me I'm the one with the problem because I'm telling you about yourself. Isn't that what you're supposed to go to a psychic for? So they can read you and tell you, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, that's me. But at the same time, you say, no, that ain't me. You see, the devil never wanted to see his own ignorance. Why the hell do you think that Christ did not throw that rock at that woman when they said she was guilty of adultery? Because He already knew that he was not an innocent man either. Now when it came down to the eyes of God, He was just teaching you about what God had showed him. He lived many lifetimes. He already knew the fact that he fell short. But He could still teach you something if you were willing to listen. Chosen by God to just teach. What you doing? Teaching too? What you teaching? Come on, bring this shit through. What you teaching? Tell me how good you are. Tell me why this world is so fucked up, but you good. Is that so you look good? Because otherwise, when you look in the mirror, you don't see anybody who's good? Because you're too busy talking about, do I have the right mascara on? Am I wearing the right outfit? Am I carrying too much weight? Why this man don't like me? Why this woman don't like me? Why? Everything's why. And at the same time, you always sitting there worried about who cares about you. And then you have to put videos out there. I don't know who that man was, but that shit was funny as hell because he told the truth. He talked about another revolution. He ain't me. He just said, y'all sitting there getting caught up in bullshit. That's what he said. Fuck that. Somebody posted that shit. I looked at it. It was interesting. White people do the same thing too. There's some white people out there that tell you good news. Just like, Native Americans or whatever the indigenous culture is. That's not the problem. The problem is the fact that you have so many idiots out there who call themselves knowing some shit now that you really cannot get through to anybody else because you're too busy fighting with them, debating them on a situation that they ain't listening to. Seriously. You dub somebody a teacher. You dub somebody as qualified, and the first thing they're going to think is that that's what they are. I didn't want to do this shit. I didn't want to say anything. Because I already said I don't know anything. But I know one thing. I'm not stupid. And if I listen to you, whatever. They got the war bill on. Got the same people. I mean, a lot of people worked on Star Trek Deep Space Nine with me. If not on, what was it, TNG, and if not on Voyager. I mean, the same people. And all they're doing is rehashing storylines. Left and right, they're rehashing storylines. You got the same people coming on there as guest stars. What, they can't get a job? You know who's getting paid? The people who own the rights to that story. Gene Roddenberry, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, his estate. Well, Gene Roddenberry's estate and Leonard Nimoy's estate. Because the thing is, I mean, they have what you call, what's the word that they use? There's a word for it. It's not grandfather. It's like it's what they negotiated. It's a deal that they made. In the sense, I mean, anything and everything that is now created in the Star Trek genre, they get to partake in the profits, the proceeds, even though they did. And the other people that's on there, I mean, they get the residuals, but they have to be principal players or of a certain caliber to get paid. That's how shit works. That's Hollywood. And that's why you have these writers. I mean, the Writers Guild was telling the other day, telling the writers, fire your agents because they're selling you out. And the agent said, no, we ain't do that. Of course you're going to say that because that's your revenue. Because you ain't doing shit. Going to parties. I told you I know what Hollywood does. I work there. You know how many people called me up on the phone talking about, where's my client's money? Your client's money? Wait a minute. First off, I'm still waiting on a contract or I'm waiting on a time card. I'm waiting on something. So can you get that shit to me so I can make sure they get paid? And at the same time, before I can cut a check and make sure it goes to you, make sure that I have in my possession, the right to release those proceeds to you. Meaning that, they have to make sure they sign over, what do they call it? Oh God, it's I told you, see, this stuff is leaving my mind real quick because I don't do that shit no more. But basically what it is, it's like power of attorney as far as the agents go, but it's not really called a power of attorney, they call it something else. But they have a right to collect your revenue. So they collect that money, they deposit it, they take their cut off the top, and then they remit to you your portion. But at the same time, they have to pay somebody else because an agent versus say what else? you have an agent, and then you also might have a manager, and all those people, they all get paid. And that's why when these actors tell you that they really didn't make that much money off a project, it's because they didn't, depending on the deal that they cut. And see, some actors are smart enough to know, no, I negotiated this deal, this is my deal, you don't get any money from that. And I know something like that because I met them, I talked to them. Because when they called me up and said they were looking for their money, I said, I'm surprised your agent is not calling. He said, my agent don't give me any of this money. I negotiated this deal before I had that agent. That agent ain't getting shit. Smart people. I like them. Because see, once you sign something and you call yourself going to court, then you have to have somebody else sit there and negotiate and fight for you, meaning lawyers and the judge and all that kind of shit. And at the same time, them people, they get their portion. No matter how it rules, you still have to pay court costs. So what? I told you, you want a cookie? For not understanding how the world works? And why all these people try and hold on to their money? And at the same time, knowing that you might sue them later? And why they still trying to hold on to that money? And then when they feel like their reputation is trash to the point that, I mean, it was just their reputation. And now they don't get to go around and like screw people the way they used to. Or they don't have that clout, they don't have that table at that fancy restaurant, all that shit. Then they want to commit suicide. They don't want to live no more. My father has all kind of ways to get back at you. See, you don't realize what I prayed for. I told him to shut this shit down. Which means that he had to roll out a whole nother tale for you. Because you don't have Christ anymore. Because Christ is not associated with the work of the devil, and I don't give a fuck that you think that I am. I told you I came to fulfill the word a long time ago. His word. You made it something else. As you called yourself doing your psychic work and your mediumship and your animal communication and all that shit that had nothing to do with Jesus Christ, and you know damn well it didn't. And at the same time, you tried to put that shit off on me, and you sent demons my way. And you think I didn't see that? As I'm sitting there praying in my bed, I couldn't get a good night's rest because you were praying for protection and trying to come there and bring that shit to me through spirit. I would rather see the whole world suffer because you let that shit happen, because you put up with that shit, because you like entertainment purposes only, and you don't own anybody anything else because it's all about you getting entertained. I was not entertained. I did not appreciate the shit. So yeah, when you finally realize what you did and then you try and get back good with me, and then some of you feel like you don't, and that's why you're going to bring about Armageddon, don't worry about it. I won't have a problem because I learned from you how to despise the very likes of you. Resurrection complete. Go to fucking hell, you assholes. Black, white, and red all over. Everybody understand that you did not do me a service. You did yourself a disservice. So you go to Lisa Williams and you sit there and you kick with her and laugh and say, hell yeah, there's not enough dead people out there. You can teach me how to talk to them. Oh, you motherfuckers can go to hell. And I mean that. I told my father, let me come home. He said, oh, no, you're going to stay here and rub this shit in their face. They're going to know what you know before it's over and done with. And no, they can't lay a hand on you. Because if you and I are not in agreement to lift this curse off of them, oh well. Y'all thought y'all were in hell before? Get ready. You just entered the gates of hell. Capiche? Bye-bye now.